Another Airecon is over and we're talking about our 10 favourite moments from the show.
Welcome to BoxedMeeples, I'm Julian and this is Libby, and that's right, we are home from a very exhausting Airecon 2025.
Yes.
If you've not seen already, we put up daily vlogs while we are there, so there's sort of 40 minutes of stuff from the show to watch. But we thought, why not elaborate a little bit on our favourite moments while we were there?
Exactly. So we have come up with 5 moments from the show each to talk about a little bit more in depth about why we enjoyed them so much and what makes the show so fantastic.
Let's dive into it.
This is one of the first shows I have been to with my new works. I'm now working for Pavison Games, and at Airecon they had a playtest table and they were playing Secret Game A and Secret Game B.
Should you be talking about this? It's such a secret. Shh, don't tell anyone.
And it was great to be able to sit and meet some of the team that work at the shows and things and demo games, and chat to Richard, the developer, who we've already met before. But just to sit down and play those 2 games, which are both looking to be fantastic, and sort of get to see the journey that the games go on and have a play of those. And we had arranged our play tests with friends.
Yes.
So it was nice when we've been quite busy trying to schedule everything in and sort out things at the show, to know that those 2 points where that was something that I needed and wanted to do, but I was still able to do that with friends, to spend time with them at the same time. So that was a nice moment for me.
I know it's like picking between your favourite children. Which one would you pick? A or B is your favourite?
I don't know, that's interesting. Typically B is more on theme for what we play.
Yep.
A, we just had quite a lot of fun, and it was the first evening there. It was the Thursday night before the show had opened proper, and so I was kind of giddy like a school kid.
Yeah, it's just nice to see our friends again,
and you know, and get playing that one. And so I think at the moment I would pick that one, but it might change as we go along, and I have more insight into how that one will develop, so I can see its future more than the other one. So I think that maybe sways it at this state currently as well.
And it really isn't long till Game A is announced, so we can be less secretive about it then.
Yes.
I've always seen Blood on the Clock Tower being played at these conventions. You see the circle of people, you see someone's arm going round and people raising hands. We've never played Blood on the Clock Tower properly. We've played it at our game group, but that was slightly hindered by a limited amount of time and not a full explanation of the rules. But
when we played that version, we never actually did the sort of conflab thing. And so I think it lost a lot of... It was just as it had delivered the Kickstarter.
Yeah, you need
it was
to
a long
devote some time
ago.
to it.
I don't think
we didn't have enough time. We couldn't play in half an hour.
Yeah.
So we played it properly, and we have been meaning to play with this group for years at various conventions. And we just finished, and we were walking through, bumped into Sean and Jess from Allies and Enemies, and they were like, "What are you up to?" We're playing Blood on the Clock Tower. Can we join? We turn the corner, and there's loads of people we know gathered around. So we had Scott Minerva. He was there.
Yeah, Matt was leading the game, and it's Matt who we've been messaging for like several UKGEs and Airecons and things, going, we're going to play, and we just never managed to make it. So it was so great that he was leading the game.
Neil at Board Game Happy was there.
Yeah.
And we met some new people as well who are joining in to this group. And Matt did such a great job of setting up the scene, keeping it thematic, and also allowing people who are new to the game to feel like they could be involved with people who played it dozens of times by giving us enough advice of what to say, but still making it feel open enough that we were being involved in the decision making. And I can see now why so many people love it, particularly at conventions.
Yeah, because you need that bigger group to really have all that suspicion about varying people. I think you want a lot of roles, and in our game we had one imp, the baddest of the bad, and then they had 2 followers, and then potentially we had an outsider that was on the fence kind of situation.
It was quite a complicated resolution in the end. And surprised a few people who played it a lot more than we have, because we were like, oh, that did that, and that was a twist and that. But I died, I think, second night, and I felt so wronged because I had the awesome ability. I was the Slayer, and I thought, well, people must know I'm the Slayer because that's why they're killing me. I've been saying I've got a bit of a rubbish roll deliberately to just conceal my amazing ability. So to be killed, they must know. No, they killed me just randomly because they thought I was wise.
Suspicious face, I think.
And would deduce who was who. No, I was robbed of that sense of satisfaction just by being dead through chance.
Yes, you didn't even get to kill anyone.
No, and it's good to play it with friends who you feel comfortable, accusing. Also, it's not something that immediately came naturally when there were some people I didn't know in the group. But a great icebreaker, and I would love to have played another game with the same group of people, but we had somewhere to be. So finally, I understand the appeal of Blood on the Clock Tower, and next, come Games Expo, I'm going to be hunting down any game I can join in the evening.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and really fun not knowing who to trust.
Yeah, I didn't trust you.
You should have. I had a game of Spirit Island, again with friends, our friends Ryan, Stephen, and it's a game that we've been trying to play for a while. We tried to play it at Manchester Airecon, but really we were a bit foolish. We left it too late in the day. Our minds and our bodies were exhausted. There wasn't enough time left on the clock in the halls, and we didn't get through it really. So this time we sort of said, right, okay, we're going to play it. And we had an afternoon, I think it was on the Friday, maybe afternoon. And we said, right, okay, let's try it again. And I had then a different spirit, which was really fun. Last time I was one of the watery ones, and it combined really well with another friend who was the other of one of us. It was the sea, one of us the rivers, or something like that. And they combined really well. This time I was much more fiery. And it was interesting to have a very different spirit to play and see how that combines with other players that were around, and whose things best sort of combo together. If you play that card, then I can do this, and all that kind of stuff. It's a very tricky game. There's a lot of invading to keep on top of. There's a lot of blight to potentially keep on top of. But we did manage, with some help and guidance of one who had played it quite a lot at the table, in terms of where we should best position ourselves and when to hold off playing certain things. I mean, I managed to create myself an economy to get really powerful cards. And so every few turns I could play, 20 defense, and I could damage 6 and then also get those tokens which allow you to get the bonus once you've got a lot of them, which I can't remember the name of. Whoops. But yes, it was really good. We did manage to win. Another of our friends at the table has never won that game, so it was quite a joyous moment for him. So yes, enjoyed that a lot. I was slightly too brain fried to play at the time, I think, but very glad to have played it all the way through.
And that came from the library. They've got such a huge, impressive library. If you think of a game you want to play, probably going to be in the library.
Yeah, it's good.
As you've seen in the vlogs, we spend a lot of time going around to see some of the independent developers, not just the big. And we do that at Essen, Games Expo, and obviously at Airecon as well. So it's lovely to see the games evolving. And you've seen them maybe a year later from when you've previously seen them play. It's been 6 months. Maybe they're about to launch on Kickstarter. Maybe they just have and been successful. So checking in with Time Troopers, which I absolutely fell in love with when we went to Airecon at Manchester. Pandora Celeste, with our friend Mike, who got to show us he's got a Fen card. The Fen card in the game. It's double-sided. It goes from FNK9 to Fenrir. So yes, from a cute little cyber pup to a monstrous wolf. Yeah. Yes. And so seeing that in person was great. And also we got to see Restless Spirits, which is about to launch. We've got a copy with us so we can do some future video, but I do love seeing a year later where that's become. And so many people have been talking about that since, and it, deservedly so. It's lovely. So yeah, just checking back in with the friends of people who make games, talking about, you know, what things they've come up against, how close they are to the game, maybe sharing some advice on, you know, kickstarting that we've built up over the years.
Yeah, we've made some lovely friends in that community. I mean, Huff No More were there as well with Sakana Stack, which is a great card game, and they've got more things coming from them. So sort of just checking in and keeping an eye on what's happening in that kind of UK indie thing is great, isn't it?
And it's good that industry is so thriving now and so supportive. I saw they've been out for meals together. So there is a sense of camaraderie around it. Everyone wants to succeed and everyone wants everyone else to succeed. And that is what's great about Airecon. It does shine a light on that.
Now, I can't talk about Airecon's best bits without talking about something that's actually not officially Airecon. Well, my first year at Airecon, I was very kindly invited out for the Saturday evening to the Crown Plaza to play Just 100. And I'd played Just 100 in the kind of main event with Watch It Played and everyone that were there. And it had been super fun. And they said, oh, we always play it at the Crown Plaza in the evening, come and join us. And I was there on my own, so I was very grateful for the invite. And I've played it every year since, and it is always a highlight. It was always hilarious what people will write on those cards. I think at the high point this year, we had 36 people playing at the same time, all squished in different sofas and chairs around in this sort of big huddle circle, trying to think of unique words to say about something. And obviously everyone's had a couple of drinks potentially. It can get a little bit raucous. Some interesting word choices are made for very much a fun time.
Yes. I would say it's more risque than the official one would be.
Yes.
And it's Phil and Lisa have talked about how that has grown from being just 10 people to now to, I think it's 50 something.
I mean, I think people come in and out throughout the whole night. They start sort of, 8-ish or something. I left maybe 1-ish, and I'm sure people were on for till 2:30 perhaps. But it's lovely that people just wander past and are potentially going to their room and sort of like, oh, what's going on over there? And we managed to cajole them into coming and joining and playing and sitting for, even if it's just for a few rounds. So throughout the whole evening, there must have been loads of people that played. You came and went, others came and went. Loads of total plays, really. But I think the high point in numbers was probably in that high 30s all at once. Yes,
Everyone having a fantastic time.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they started with That's Not a Hat, but I missed that bit this year. So I need to get there earlier next year. I wouldn't have a chance.
I can't even remember what I've just laid, let alone what someone on the other side of the 12 people ahead has passed on.
You're brain fried after a whole day at a con, and then you think, right, that's not a hat. This is going to go well.
Probably could be a hat. No idea now. My most played game at Airecon didn't actually come from Airecon. We got it a few weeks before, and that is Trickarus. Now, this comes from Learn Bridge Online, and the designer of the game had seen our stuff on the channel and said, can I just send you a game? Don't need to make any content on it, just I want you to have it. And I absolutely love Trickarus.
Yeah, it's so fantastic. We immediately played it and thought, this is a game to take to Airecon.
Yeah. And we've played so many trick takers recently. It's been very much the flavour of the month. But this has got a number of twists to the usual mechanisms that are enough to entice people who feel a bit jaded by it all. And as soon as you just explain it, very easy to explain as well. People are like, oh, that's good. And then we go, just wait. It not only does that, but it does this, and that turns over. And suddenly they're like, oh, I want to play that. And every time we've played it with people, they've absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
We played it with Phil and Lisa. We played it with Craig and Becky from Get Into Games. I played it with my friend John. And what was great about this is it's so quick to play. And because probably no one else has ever played this apart from us in the UK, you can just meet someone and go, I'd love to play a game. Let's play a game. And I have a quick 5-minute, 10-minute game we can sit down and play, because all too often we meet people and they're so lovely and gracious and they tell us about the channel and they enjoy watching it, and we say we must play a game, and then we don't get a chance to, because often the games we end up playing are too long to really fit many multiple plays in. So just having something short and quick and interesting and unique was an absolute blessing. So I'm so pleased you took it with us.
Yes, everyone we played it with really loved it. And your list was probably 25% of them.
So I looked at our stats. I tried to keep track of everything, and it's like, Trickarus, another game of Trickarus. So yes, hopefully this will find its way to the UK somehow soon, and we've got some more content on it.
Yes,
soon.
we will do more and actually explain all those mechanisms and things and why it is so brilliant very soon. So keep an eye on the channel for more about Trickarus, but it's definitely our trick taker of the day and potentially our game of the con.
Maybe.
So Airecon's not just about the retail space and the play area and the play testing and things. There's also events and fun stuff that goes on there. And I'm going to sort of merge two things that we did, one official, one unofficial, both quizzes. We went to the quiz. It's in the Royal Hall, and that's all sort of board game quiz stuff that we did. It was jam packed. We couldn't even get a table on the main area. We were up there in the the Royal Circle.
Premium seats.
Yeah, exactly. Someone has the app on their phone, and you're answering the questions super quick. Well, hopefully anyway. And they are ridiculous questions. They are questions about number of releases of something in whatever year, or there was some that I really liked the question, and it had made a word out of letters from different board games, and then you had to say which board games were featured from the ones that were listed in the quick answers. Like, that was a really fun round.
I like the round, which was like a callback to the first Airecon, where they recycled the questions from those, and then some they'd modernised, and some they hadn't. And it's like, really? That was popular 10 years ago?
And we had fun dancing and jigging to the fun little theme songs that were there.
Mark, let us know if you're watching this where that quiz music came from, because I want that to be my ringtone now. Yeah. We were having a little jive to that.
Yeah, we had a bit of fun. We started a Mexican wave at one point.
We tried a few times, and I think Mark cottoned on to what we were trying to do, and then just let us do it.
Then made it happen properly. Yeah. So we just had fun and silliness. And after Airecon, on the Sunday night at Major Tom's, which was opposite one of the hotels, there was a 90s quiz on as well. And that was Quizzerific.
It was Quiztastic.
And it was, we were doing quite well. At one point after round 2, we were in the lead.
We're joint leaders, I think partly due to my extensive video game knowledge from the 90s.
Yeah, we all had very good TV knowledge. There were 4 pages of TV programs, and we did quite well with those. Yes, you very much helped us out with the video gaming stuff. Round 3 didn't go well because it was asking us about Power Rangers and Powerpuff Girls, which... our knowledge of that was lacking. We needed to rely in there for that. We weren't quite there. If we had a couple of other team members that
we were one of the smaller
had
teams.
Joined us, then we would have belted that out too. But and then there was an epic music round again. We were jiving and we were singing, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun with the quizzes this year.
It was great.
It was a lot of fun.
It was nice to do that. Slightly with a come down from the con, I wasn't editing anything. I'd just sit there and kind of be in the moment. It was lots of fun.
They did delicious pizza as well.
Good pizza, yeah. If you've seen our vlog on day 2, I would love to say that was a weird joke about me being so excited that I was sprinting to the bring and buy, but it's pretty accurate to what happened.
You are a little bring and buy obsessed.
I am.
Yeah, it's the thing.
This year we put lots of games in, we'd outgrown, or we had similar ones too, or just they weren't getting the play that they deserved. So we kind of thought, well, let's spend the money we make on that in the bring and buy itself. And I went in a few times, particularly on the Friday. It's always very busy when you first go in. So it's nice to step back again, go a bit later when you can have a proper look on the shelves. And games are coming in continuously.
All the time.
By the weekend, there was a massive queue all the time for...
even quite late on the Saturday. Not that long before closing, that you still had to queue to get in there because it was so busy. Yeah.
But as always, we found some bargains. We found some games we hadn't anticipated getting, had games you never heard of, we saw in there. And if you want to see what I bought, there's another video which shows our complete haul of everything we bought.
There is indeed. Yes. Yeah. But it's always fun rummaging for treasures. So as well as fun things like quizzes, there's also other types of events and things there. So I went to a couple of talks. One which was, I suppose, a more fun, silly kind of talk with our friend Rosie from Cozy Board Games and Kim Joy, who you may know from the Bake Off. Many a game and a book. Last year they did a talk about cozy games, and then this year they've done another talk about critterific games. So it was really fun. There was some sort of crowd quizzes with different critters from different games, and we had to decide where they were from and see which team was going to win, and basically talking about why we like critters in our game so much. That was quite a fun, energetic, while still being cozy, obviously.
It felt like a kind of step back. So from all the noise that goes on in the convention hall to being in here with just a smaller group of people, just chilling a little bit and chatting about, doing some quizzes. So it was great to be in there. And obviously Rosie's lovely, and great to spend some time with Rosie's husband, Doug.
Yes. I also went to another talk, which was about sort of building communities, which was sort of more serious business chat, but very, very interesting. A lot of people there who run clubs or sessions on the weekends, or trying to build towards doing that, and maybe they have a shop and they want to expand their community and things. And so the guys from Hereford Board Games, you might see with the big extra large games that are in the halls there at Airecon, have a lot of help and advice to give people about doing that and building that community and providing for that and keeping everyone safe in that community. So it was really interesting to go to that. Having been on the sort of publisher side of things, I had a different viewpoint from a lot of people there, which was interesting as well. So it's nice that there's something there for not just entertainment, but also to sort of help build board gaming as a community as a whole within its small little parts.
I think those seminars are kind of often overlooked by the bigger, more attention-grabbing events. There's some really great, interesting, thought-provoking things. I think there was a history of dice this year, with all cards. So. We say it over and over again, but it is absolutely true. Airecon is a place to meet like-minded people, make friends, and spend time with friends. There's other events, of course, there's other expos, there's other conventions, but at Airecon, I think more than any other one we've been to, there's that focus on sitting down, playing, and spending time with people who are important. And sometimes you only know them from having been at these conventions. Sometimes you only see them at these conventions. And it's always a coming together of people who mean so much to us. And we never get bored of people coming up saying they like the channel, that they enjoy what we do. Some people say they get excited when they know a video is coming out, and all those things mean the absolute world to us. And likewise, people who message us and say, we saw you there, but I didn't feel comfortable coming up. Just knowing that meant something to you as well is lovely. So it's certainly true that friendships are made and grown at Airecon.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we have made some of our best gaming friends at that con specifically. And just such a wonderful place. The people make it.
Yeah.
The people make it.
So if we saw you at Airecon, there's a little collection of your faces. There is so many things we could say we love about Airecon. Picking 10 was pretty tricky, but hopefully that's given you a taste of what we enjoyed when we were there. And again, if you haven't seen the vlogs, do go back and have a watch of those, because it covers some bits we haven't talked about now. Yes. And it goes into, there's a lot more footage than we've shown here.
Yeah, it's been a great Airecon again, and we're very much looking forward to the next one.
Absolutely. Yeah. We know where the dates are. We're already looking at hotels and adding some time off work. Unless you work, of course, in board games, which is a lot easier for you to get to go there. Yeah. But what's your favourite part of Airecon? Let us know in the comments down below, or if you haven't been, tell us what you wish you were there for down below. We've got UK Games Expo coming up. That's not far around the corner, so let us know down below as well what you're looking forward to at that.
Yeah, and we can see if we can cover it, hopefully. But of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, we would love it if you could do that. It really does help us out, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our other chats, especially our haul video, which kind of pairs together very nicely with this one. We've separated them for the ease of time and viewing.
You can pick what you want to watch. Of course, if you want to buy any games, you might have seen the footage I've shown, or just generally the ones we've chatted about. Good place is your friendly local game store, and for us in the southeast of England, that is Chaos Cards. They have a fantastic online website, and as always, there's a discount code down below, a new one
for April.
So yeah, use that at the checkout to save some money.
Yeah, but for now, we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.